Hey guys, so I wanted to do this quick video. I am actually at the park waiting to go and pick up my daughter. And so I decided that I wanted to go ahead and do this. This is going to be really quick. It's not going to be anything long. I just wanted to discuss this because a lot of times, a lot of things that I discuss, it's things that I personally am dealing with or have dealt with in the past. And I want to make sure that other people don't get sidetracked in situations like this. So this is like an extension of the video that I did. It was a short that I did just a few days ago. And it was talking about obedience and talking about the importance of making sure that whatever it is that God tells you to do, that you are obedient in doing what he tells you to do. During that process of hearing from God and operating in obedience, there will be other people, situations, circumstances that will offer their, opinions, their advice. And their advice is, I'm sure, probably coming from a good place. But the most important thing that you have to do is to make sure that you don't allow other people's advice or allow how other people typically handle certain things in their life to drown out, cause you to look at that more and drown out what it is that God is telling you to do. So everybody's situation, everybody's lifestyle that you go through, there's a reason for the things that you go through. Certain things that we go through, we could have avoided based on our obedience, or based on our obedience. I mean, seriously. A lot of times it's our obedience, and then other times it's certain things that God has to take us through because it is connected to purpose. Sometimes we'll look at certain situations that we're dealing with in our life, and then we, size it up based on what we're used to, how we grew up, whether or not we feel that we deserve to be living under a certain level of affliction. And my life is not any better than the next person's. And so sometimes God will allow certain things to happen in our lives that actually causes us to look at ourselves. It humbles us, or it prepares us for purpose. All right. There are so many different layers of things that you have to experience in life for the sake of your purpose. Okay. I'm just making sure my phone is not getting too hot. So there's so many different things that God will allow you to experience and take you through for the sake of developing you and creating the person that he needs you to be, and get the point and understand the difference and change that has to take place before he hands over your promise. Okay. And it may be the smallest, simplest thing. It might be certain unlivable situations and circumstances that may cause you to develop a certain level of patience. It may cause you to develop a certain level of understanding. When we go through things in life, it's the things that we've been through that allow us to understand other people's walk from a completely different position. You understand someone else's walk when you've been through it. You have more patience for ministering to people who are dealing with something that you've experienced to yourself. And a lot of the things that we have to go through, I have a testimony, but I am continuously creating a testimony. It's an ongoing process because it's just a different stage of my life. My testimony of coming out of New Age is one thing, but the process that I'm going through right now is going to be a testimony for something else, a new level in my life. So I want you guys to not get discouraged during the process of pruning, during the process of wilderness that God has you in. And a lot of times we can kind of get frustrated because we're like, Lord, I'm doing everything right. You know, not perfect. Of course, you're living out what you feel God is telling you to do. You're living a righteous life. You're constantly in repentance. You're always putting God in the center of everything that you do. And then when you start dealing with affliction, or you feel like you're not hearing him, you're looking for direction and you're not getting any direction, then you feel like God has walked away, or that he is allowing you to stay in this thing to punish you, when in turn it's not to punish you. It is literally, God does not want you to look at every situation that you experience and then expect for him to snatch you up out of that experience. He is expecting for you to understand that he's going to walk you through it. As you are getting walked through that adversity, through that mountain, he is going to teach you how to walk through it. He is going to teach you how to overcome it, which allows you to develop so many other important traits in the process. So it's important that we pay close attention and ask God, okay, this is very uncomfortable for me, but what is it that you want me to learn out of this situation? Rather than saying, God, why me? I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. Why me? No, when you are living for Christ, everything that he does in your life has purpose. So every situation, even when it looks unfavorable, it is for purpose. So let's stop looking for God to, you know, come and rescue us or wave a magic wand to get us out of every situation that's unfavorable. And instead, let's ask him, what would he prefer that you learn in the process of that situation? And if you don't hear anything right away and you don't understand what it is that he's saying, be still. Be still. Because if it's something he doesn't want you to miss, I don't want my phone to cut off. If it's something that he does not want you to miss, because he wants to make sure that you get the promise that, you know, is due you, he will make sure that that is presented to you. He's going to make sure that that's something that you have access to. He doesn't want you to miss your promise. He wants you to get it. And so I had to even say myself, like, God, you know, can you assist me in this situation to where it doesn't feel like everything I do is like a scavenger hunt, where I feel like I literally have to go and search for the answers. God does not want you to feel like he's hiding the answer from you. If you feel like you've got to go through a scavenger hunt to find the answer, then that means he wants you to sit still, because that means you are trying to create a path on your own that he did not give you. Look, I'm one of those people. I've always been one of those people. Try to find my own path even when he has not given me one. Okay, so let's just be patient, and let's just be patient. Patience is key. Patience is key. It's not easy. Even when it's something that you're dealing with where you feel like you know that you have to go through a process of, maybe you know that you need more money than you have in your bank account. God knows exactly what it is that you need. Rather than worrying, rather than, you know, fretting and crying and being stressed out, put it in God's hands. Put it in his hands. He hasn't done me wrong yet. So I know that he didn't bring me this far to let me go. And the same goes for you. Okay, guys, this was just a quick message that I just wanted to stop and say. And I pray that it blessed you. And I'll see you in my next video.